Good morning, pregame crew. How are you doing? It is Monday, August 14th, 2023, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to the pregame show. This is a show where I go over crypto, commodities, indices, movers, and shakers of the day. And I get started in officially 9 minutes, but this is my warm-up period where I take a few chart requests so I can warm up my TA muscles. Good morning, Rob. Hey, Tom, Natasha, Marvin. Best of luck to you today, Marvin, and your wife. Hey, SpongeBob, Geo Guitar, Sir Fernando, Mike, N. Bigsby, the Card Lady, Ed Emerson, Sam, B-Hawk. Hey, Topher, Mila. Hey, Shake and Bake, Bon Matan. I think that's how you, I don't know how you say that, Mal. Sebro. Hey, Shake and Bake, George, Basque, Alex. Yeah, let's have a great start to the week. Thank you, Rob. Hey, Anu. Brian. Hey, KK Nick Davey. Let me go back to the top. Let's see. I think you're first, Nick. Rivian. Daily, we're approaching the 50 MA. Where are we on the weekly? That's a tough chart because this low right here, I mean, you could argue whether it was a pivot or not, that we lost the weekly support. Daily free fall. 4-hour mega free fall. Super weak this morning with Tesla weakness. Rivian is feeling the pain. We have a gap down here at 1675. Not all gaps have to be filled, but I like to mark them up on my chart. They can act as magnets. So I think you keep trading this one bearish until the bulls prove something. So what I would do is I would go to the 15 minute and I would say, tell me when this sucker gets overbought. And then I'd look for a short. We have to trade weak charts weak. We have to trade them bearish. Bullish charts bullish. I like UNH a lot, I must be honest. Hey, Kenneth. GE. Daily higher high. Weekly is grinding that 8 EMA like its life depends on it. Monthly stair step. Bulls mean business. Absolute business. This is a bullish chart. If you're in a swing, I'd stay in a swing as long as these daily higher lows keep being met or achieved. Humana. I can tell you which chart looks better. Humana was stronger than United Healthcare, but as of late, as in Friday, they flipped the script and United Healthcare became a little bit stronger than Humana. That's a correlations chart. I have this on my watch list. I like this chart. As you can see, it's right here at the bottom because I just looked at it this morning. I really like it. Daily sideways squeeze developing. 4-hour squeeze. I like it. Humana on the daily is running into the daily 200 MA overhead. I don't like that. We do have this big old gap over here. 514.75. Looks like bulls are targeting that. Is that right? Yeah, 514.75. I don't think I move all of that and do that one more time. I don't like the way that looked. 507.95. Yeah, see, this is why I warm up. 507.95. That would be the target for the gap fill. But we're running into the 200 MA. My rules, I'd have to short Humana the closer we got to 508. This, on the other hand, is beautiful. Yeah, hit that like button, friends. Don't knock it till you try it. Getting dangerously close to losing these supports. 42725. Daily stair step. If you don't know what a stair step is, look up Chart Guys YouTube stair step. I guess in theory, you could bottom fish this 42725. But this is a pretty tough chart. If it loses that, look out below. That would be a flat bottom break. I like Mara. It's a queen of the mountain trait. I've been up since 1:45. I had a problem sleeping last night, so took my athletic greens, pushing through, 2 cups of coffee. This says megaphone behavior, higher highs without follow through, lower low without follow through. No, that's the wrong chart. See, I just told y'all I didn't get good sleep. I'm gonna have to pump my brakes trading today. Weekly higher low anticipated on Mara. And I like a bottom fish of this daily 50 MA and 1415. So we have 1422, 1415 clear double bottoms. And that's why I chose Riot over Mara. Look at Mara. It made a daily lower low. So that's why Mara is just a little bit stronger than Riot. So I like Riot for a bottom fish today. Against that 1415, it makes it real simple. Good morning, Jessica. You're welcome. XBET probably looks weak because Tesla... wait, you want XOM? Hi, Shampoo in India. XOM has been a favorite of mine. I've been pointing this chart out in the room. I've traded it in the room for swing. We have a squeeze on the weekly chart that hasn't even begun to fire. And we know what the oil chart looks like, but I would be looking for a pullback buy on the XLE names. Yep, super weak. Odds favor a weekly higher low. 4 hour approaching oversold. That's typically the area that we look for it. But when it has a negative correlation on news, we can't go bottom picking. I would reverse back burner these names. I'd look for bounces to short. AG probably tastes terrible like gold tastes right now. Gold just broke support more definitively with the dollar weakness. Not looking too hot. SE, weekly downtrend, daily bear flag. Reverse back burner on these. I'd wait for overbought conditions on 5 and 15 minute charts and look for top fish shorts. This is a beautiful short. They get no more textbook than this. Gotta change my pen color. That is textbook bear flag on SE. BTRS. I think you've asked about this one before. Was this a liquidity one? No, it has great liquidity. Weekly uptrend, daily uptrend. We're getting some wicks up here. These wicks tell you that bears are playing defense up here and they think it's not a fair value. Remember, this is an auction. I get asked often if I put a dark pool, was it buying or selling? Every transaction involves a buyer or a seller. The question is, did the sell or the buy happen on the bid or the ask? And that's how it's classified as red or green. Because if the bears are being more aggressive, I gotta sneeze. Sorry about that. If the bulls are being more aggressive, it's painted green. If the bears are being more aggressive, it's red. So if you find a house, or even more importantly, your wife or your partner finds a house that they absolutely love and they gotta have it, and the asking price is $500,000, and the other bidder, the realtor, tells you they bid at $25,000, and then your wife is saying, I want this darn house. Let's go ahead and bid $525,000. You're bidding up the price because you want it badly. And that is what determines whether a candle is red or green, but they are all buys and sells. So you have to know for every transaction, there's a buyer and the seller. But who was more eager to offload or to onboard the position? That's the question you're asking. The dollar is screaming higher. Be careful with metals out there. Now let me look at AG. Oh, I didn't do VTRS. Sorry about that. Got hung up on auction. 4 hours sideways, hourly sideways. If you're in long, I'd stay in long. We're opening up inside Friday's range. So if we break out of Friday's range, that tells you a lot about who's in control. So 1141 resistance, then 1143, support 1108, and then 1097. AG bouncing off the daily 50 MA. I just don't see how this one's going to have a good week with the dollar the way it looks. The dollar in the country, they say this word, and I don't know what other people interpret it to be. So it's my ignorance. I should probably look it up before I say it. Hoss. Like if something's a hoss, that means that they're the jefe. They are the boss. They call it hoss. It's a country slang saying, well, the dollar is the jefe today. It is the hoss, and there ain't no messing with the dollar today. At this point, the dollar says, step off. Here's your resistance, 103.57. 103.57. The dollar is screaming. We're over the weekly 50 MA. Daily is approaching overbought, and we're also approaching the daily 200 MA. I would not think about getting gold long until this dollar sits down. I would not think about going AG long until the dollar sits the frick down, because here you're just going to get hurt, in my opinion. Unless AG has done something that's completely different than silver metals. Okay, they had earnings and dividend August 3rd. Yeah, be careful. Okay, so thank you. You looked it up? I don't know why. I've never looked that word up. I have words slip out sometimes, and my husband's like, what word is that? I just don't know where it comes from. My grandma and the country slang, we call a car that you take care of a Jessie. So my husband's truck, we call it Jessie because he takes good care of it. If the bears are being aggressive, I have to sneeze. That's right, Ed. That's exactly what the dollar is. That definition is what the dollar is. It is 6:34 and I'm totally lost track of time. Let's get started. I'm just having fun with y'all, sneezing and talking about hosses. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis, and it is my goal every morning to get you ready for the trading day. So I give you the facts as I see it between now and when my microphone shuts off. The moment my microphone shuts off, more data enters the market. And if I had that data, I would then change my thesis or adjust my thesis. So just know I can only go off what I've been studying for now. The last 5 hours I've been studying. So yes, this is what we need to know. We're in a megaphone pattern, and I like a potential long idea in this area, looking for a weekly higher low, and the bears are safer up here, looking for daily lower highs. Let me say that again. Actually, I don't want to say it. Let me type it. So this trade setup is you're looking for a daily lower high, bears. Here. And when you can start visualizing this, and just put it on your charts, mark up those charts. It'll help you visualize the right side of the chart. So as far as risk to reward, if you're looking for a bullish trade, I'd be looking in this zone. We're looking for a weekly high or low. On a bounce, we're looking for a daily low or high. Both of these are the more likely scenario. That's tough. And that is the hardest thing to help traders get an edge, is determining what the most likely scenario is. Where are you wrong? Where are you right? And with this 4-hour megaphone that continues to hold this trend line to the downside, I like being a buyer down here. but I don't want to be a seller until it's up here. Do you see it? I hope I'm making sense this morning. Okay, same thing for NASDAQ. We're looking for a weekly high or low. We're looking for a weekly high or low. Oh, I need to go back to ES. I cannot neglect this point. Do y'all see that yellow line? That's the daily 50 MA. It is holding. It is absolutely holding. Actually, I should have started with this. So Friday morning at 2 minutes after the market opened, or 4 minutes, something like that, right before the market opened, I posted all of these levels. NQ 15,000, YM 35,000, ES daily 50 MA, and now we've shifted to ES 4-hour trendline support. Apple 177, Tesla 240, Amazon 137, Microsoft 320, and the dollar resistance. So we have a lot of things that are lining up. Let me see if I can pull it. That are lining up for the bears today. And we have some things that are lining up for the bulls. But I would say this is the biggest threat to the market right now is the dollar strength. And we're approaching the 200 MA. Around 103.50, is that going to be the area that holds on the dollar that then can see a potential market bounce? Possibly. And I'm looking short on oil right now. So that has me a little bit more bearish on the market because they had a close correlation 4 out of 5 days last week. All right, so on ES, your key levels, 4,500, 4,520, 4,540. And I know that sounds like a cop-out because I was just doing incremental psychological levels, but those are good levels to watch. Support 44.65 and then 44.59. Creepy weirdo in the chat. Oh, Paul, okay, that makes sense. That's funny. I love how y'all get defensive of me, or y'all defend me. It's cute. We got our family in here. Don't mess with the family. We're like the mafia. Once you're in, you can't get out of this family. 4-hour megaphone on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is slightly weaker. Well, no. I'm still going to call NASDAQ weaker than ES because ES is holding that daily 50 MA, which is crucial for me. Absolutely crucial. Do you see it? The yellow line, that's at 4477. We're right there right now. Why do you think we're staying in this area? It's because that daily 50 MA is acting like a magnet. And this is Compton. If you're new here, that's where I call where the bulls and bears fight. This is Compton right here, 4477. Now let's go to the 1 minute chart. Do y'all see where they're fighting? And bears are winning. So let's look at the market environment dossier. So overall, we're leaning more bearish than bullish. The one thing that's really sticking out are two things. So we're sitting on the daily 50 MA and that dollar strength. So which one is going to win? Is the dollar going to find a top and that daily ES 50 MA hold? If the bears overtake that daily 50 MA on ES and RTY, that would be a major victory for bears. Now I'm going to do this line, the yellow, the 50 MA here on RTY. That's happening at 1924.50. Is there a reason that we're stopping right here at Compton? So I'm visualizing up here, this is where bears want to hold that line. And then bulls are fighting right here, trying to defend the level. Oh, come on. And it's a line of demarcation that really just sticks out. This is it. It's the daily 50 MA on ES and on RTY. YM. The ES, look at the daily 50 MA way down here. That shows you that YM is much stronger. The Dow is much stronger than NASDAQ and RTY. We've been crushing it in NASDAQ, and that's primarily due to XLF and its strength. VIX is very spunky this morning with the dollar weakness and VIX being spunky again. That does not bode well for the markets. Hang Seng was down 1.58% overnight, and DAX is slightly green, giving a lot back here. But China had some bad news on the economy, or Hong Kong did. So you can look that up. Sorry, I don't have more information on it. I don't delve deep into fundamentals. All right, Bitcoin. We're in Never Never Land. Two-week, I'm going to have to move to the 2-week. The weekly's getting too drawn out. We're looking for a weekly high or low. We're holding the 8 EMA on the weekly chart. We have plenty of room for it, but bulls have shown no appetite to put it in. Play defense and put it in already. My goodness. And they have not. They have enough room for a 4-hour high or low, but I don't have a lot of confidence in these bulls. This is getting tight with these orange dots. If we fire below with the red and yellow bar, I would look out below Bitcoin. Ethereum, same thing. Ethereum actually is more of a diamond bearish reversal pattern. Y'all see it? Bearish reversal pattern on Ethereum. Crypto's not looking good. That's actually going to take Mara off my list with this new incoming weakness. I'm taking Mara off my list. All right. So gold. Gold, we're losing the weekly high or low. The weekly high or low is 1940. We just hit 1937.50. We're sitting on the weekly 50 and 200 MA. As long as this trend line is overhead, bears are large and in charge. Be careful, gold bulls. Dollar is on fire. I have it on another screen. And this 15-minute is launching, absolutely launching. So we are in a great area for bulls to step up, but I can't front run this. I did front run this weekly high or low last week, and I got ran over. So these dollar bulls are not ready. They're absolutely not ready to chill out. And excuse me, the dollar bulls are way ready and the gold bulls are not ready. So they got to show me something. I can't step in again. I'm not stepping in again to this just because the weekly 50 MA and 200 MA are sitting there. Oil, I'm currently short. I know I don't do a lot of trend lines. A lot of you say y'all love it when I do trend lines. So I'm going to show you this trend line from 4-hour chart. So you have this uptrending line we lost, and now we're looking to lose this upward trending line. So I am bearish oil, and I have my stop right over $83. So I'm short oil. I don't like where it's positioned right here, right now. Does that make me a weekly bear on oil? Absolutely not. So let's look at it. Let's break this down in 4-hour increments. Long position, I like down here. I like a long of oil down here. Up here, I'm telling you, I'm watching this dollar and it is screaming. The market's going to have a really tough time today. And this is where I'm short because I don't like where it is in relation to these trend lines. We just lost our 4-hour uptrend. I don't like oil here, and it's okay for me to continue to short bounces. And then eventually bulls will be looking for a weekly high or low. Because this chart don't lie. The hips don't lie. Well, neither does this chart. We're at a weekly megaphone resistance. I should have started with that with the highest time frame. We're at a weekly megaphone resistance. And we have some 4-hour trend lines. We've lost the actual price action uptrend. So tell them, Marvin. All right. Nat gas is a mess. I don't even want to put it on my chart. I love trading oil. I don't even want nat gas touching oil. I'm so weird. I don't like bear names to touch my bull names or bull names. Or any type of inconclusive name like nat gas. I don't want it polluting my oil chart that I've been doing the tango with and made my summer. Apple is weak. I can continue to draw whatever trend line I want, but bears are proving it, bulls are proving nothing. So on Apple, I'm a more comfortable bear, shorting 5 and 15 minute overbought conditions than I am a bull. Amazon, opposite day. 0.382 held, 137.05. This looks like a daily bull flag, actually a 2-day bull flag. Gotta tighten that up a bit. Let me get some water. So Amazon is one of the more bullish charts out there. And I want y'all to remember, Amazon is part of XLY. Amazon is a major component in XLY. Apple is a major component in XLK. Those are two very different things, consumer discretionary and technology. And that's why Amazon can deviate from Apple and do its own thing, diverge. NVIDIA is heavy. I don't see how the market can get a bounce without semiconductors. I tell you that the semiconductors are the fuel to the market's engine, and it's hard to have a green day when semis look like this, when they're lit up like the whole place is on fire. Look at that, 3%, down 3%, 2%, 3%, almost 4%. When semiconductors are that red, almost everything else has to be green to balance the market. And that's what happened Friday. This is Friday's heat map. Well, if semiconductors have another repeat day of Friday, I'm looking for bear top fish setups. That's where I have to be with semiconductors so weak. Jay Constant, I would just push back on you a little bit and just remind you, it's very difficult in trading to use absolutes like always and never. You'll find that I never, use those in trading. So be careful with your always, hesitate with, magnet, all that stuff. At least basing trades on it. KRE. Wait, I didn't finish NVIDIA. NVIDIA is weak. We have 39740. We have a gap over here. I didn't mark it earlier when I was looking at it. There's a gap. There's a gap. Do all gaps have to be filled? Nope. 401 is your next support. I would be surprised if we didn't bounce at 4. If we hit 400, that could be a trading opportunity. If we hit 400 and hold, that could be a quick psychological support level hold, scalp. It's heavy. Tesla is heavy. We lost the weekly support. We lost the daily 50 MA. Bounces are for shorting on Tesla. Reverse back burner mode. KRE. Let me look at my notes. I have my notes off screen. I copy and paste those for TCG members when I am done. KRE, weekly bull flag potential, 4-hour and hourly TTM squeezes. So if we look at the 4-hour here, look at it, it's squeezing. Hourly chart, we're squeezing. We're opening up inside Friday's range. So that's going to be tough. We're opening up inside the ranges. If we break out of those ranges, we could see some bull continuation. But you could look for tightening patterns or step potential entries on KRE using Friday's low as your stop out. Snap. Oh, snap. So Snap has a clear $10. Like you can see this from Mars. $10, $10. So if we lose 996, that's a flat bottom break, and we could have, it's like you're opening up the hatch out of a plane when that $10 support, when they step away from the bid and say, that's it, I've bought as much as I can. Think about it. These buyers have been buying. How much more buying power do they have if they keep buying $10? They're eventually going to say, I'm going to step away from the bid because I can get this much cheaper. So I like a bear break trade on Snap of $10. I also like a bull trade if Snap holds $10. It's the level, $10. And I think that you could just say, that's my line in the sand. I'm going to short against $10. I'm going to go long against $10, depending on where price is approaching it from. That was a long sentence. So XBI is ugly. This is another textbook potential daily bear flag. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess. It is weak. I would keep it on reverse back burner watch for 5 and 15 minute overbought conditions for potential shorts. Look at this 15-minute overbought here. Perfect short. 15-minute overbought. Perfect short. So let's go set our alert. We want to know when RSI hits 70. And I'm just going to put it on repeat because it may be a trade that you can repeat as long as it's in this daily bear flag. I think so, Trey. I think semiconductors are a lead indicator. I treat them as such. XLE, I'm looking for the opposite of XBI. XLE has been super strong. Oil is weak. So I'm not looking for a long trade in XLE this morning. I'm looking for it over the next couple days. I'd love to see hourly chart get oversold. So I'm looking for hourly back burner on XLE, looking for a daily higher low. So this is the opposite. I'm looking for oversold conditions on a strong chart. And I up the ante because I'm so bearish oil right here, right now, that I'm not going to go long XLE right here, right now. I want to pull back buy. Look how much room we have for a daily higher low. And let's estimate where a healthy pullback buy could be. 88.08 keeps a daily bull flag alive. So 88.08, bulls would want to see that hold. And that may be the area to step in. Today is probably not a SPY Condor day, correct. I didn't do it Friday. Okay, PLTR. I'm just pumping the brakes on that strategy with this volatility. Beautiful squeeze on the hourly chart. Let's go to the weekly, see what we're looking for. Show me what you're working with. 1495, 1491. Pretty clear level that we must hold. Daily inside bar bear break. Potential daily, well, daily's not as clear, but bear flag, it just looks like a bear flag. I would be let's do the same thing for Snap. You call 1490 the line in the sand. I would short it below 1490, and if price is approaching it from above, I would be looking long. AMC has a lot of volume this morning. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the YouTube description to receive a PDF explanation as to everything that's on my chart. This is the TTM Squeeze Pro by Makito. AMC had some news. They had a daily inside bar bull break on Friday and psych. They given it all back on news. This is bounces are for shorting on this name. So 5 and 15 minute reverse back burner is what I'd be looking for. AMD. It's heavy, just like Nvidia. We have this little level over here, 105.64. Friday, we hit 106.48. This thing is bearish daily squeeze. It hasn't fired short yet, but it is on the verge. This is ugly. I would short bounces. 15 minute, tell me when it gets overbought. Let's go back to ES. I want to... ES, it's 656. I'm going to have to close up in a minute. But I want y'all to look at the reverse back burners What is 15-minute overbought conditions set up for? Beautiful shorts here, here, here. Stay with that 15-minute back burner mindset on ES, reverse back burner, where you're looking for bounces to short until the bears prove something and bulls prove something. Sorry. Stay with that trade. All right, I'll do Google and then wrap up. Google weekly inside bars, double bars to be exact. 12817. Looking for a daily high or low. This is strong. This is an XLC, so it can diverge from Apple. Look what we're sitting below, the Great Wall of Louisiana, the 50 MA. We're sitting below it, struggling. We don't have a gap situation, but I would monitor that Friday's high, 129.93. If we could break through that, that could be a good long. Nice squeeze. Amazon and Google, I like long. Nvidia and Apple short. I hope you have a great day. Y'all go hit that like button. Give me a follow on Twitter at CharkAlLori. And TCG members, I'll have these notes to you in just a second. Use stop losses.